Love and happiness.
The 17-year-old kid who's taking comedy by
Wait a
storm.
minute, something's going wrong. Someone's on the phone.
Nick Romero, actually a very funny comic. And that guy that looks like homeless Jack Black is me, Dustin Ibarra.
How she can make it right, yeah. Yeah. Happiness is when you really feel good about somebody. There's nothing wrong being in love with someone, yeah. Oh, baby, love and happiness. Love
by Nick about doing a comedy thing here, and I remember when I talked to him, I said, "Sure, we're open to that. Let's see how, it works out and what we could do here." And first, like anything else to start out, we're trying to build it and stuff like that. But I remember I said to him at one point in our first meeting, I said, "Listen, man, whatever comedians you bring here, tell them to go hard. This is not a woke environment. This is a free speech environment. Tell them to come in and bring their jokes. They're just jokes." So, and I think that ever since then, I kind of set the tone, kind of gave them, they were all like, "Well, right on," I'm like, "Yeah, that's good." So started bringing in comedians to kind of, with Dustin. Dustin was a big part of getting it set up. And you saw Dustin up there tonight, working out some new stuff. This guy's, my favorite comedian right now is like, he worked out some new stuff, and it's cool. And you see what hits and what doesn't hit, and whether you can put it on the show or if you can't. And you get to cultivate new talent as well. Comedians just trying to figure out their voice, maybe try to get on a show or, like a show like ours. The Thursday night show is a really great example of that. Some of those comedians that have come here and worked out on open mic have ended up on our Monday show. A big shout out to the end of Torrance, the hottest spot in South Bay right now for live entertainment and a growing little mecca of comedy and allowing artists to just be artists. At the end here in South Falls on Instagram, at the end of South Bay. Look at us on the web at theend.biz. Nobody beats the biz. And come on in for some food, drink, and check out and see what we're doing. 4525 Calamayor, Torrance, California.
How was life growing up before comedy? You guys got like an hour on your hands? So before comedy, I was a touring musician for like 15 years. So the transition to comedy wasn't like too different, other than I wasn't in a band anymore. I didn't have to rely on 4 other guys and scheduling and stuff like that. My inspirations with stand-up comedy come from, I'm gonna tell you guys, the first stand-up comedy special that I ever saw when I was a kid, it was 1994. I saw Margaret Cho's 30-minute special on HBO.
And I said, "Hey, I got a half hour. You gotta come check it out, okay?"
The HBO Comedy Half Hour. Don't miss Margaret Cho. Thursday night at 11 on HBO.
Who said I'm not black?
And when I saw that, man, I was just hooked. She was doing all these impressions of her mom that were just hysterical.
My mother's convinced that everybody in show business does drugs. She's like, "Oh, you cannot go to the club because they take the drug."
It was a really cool experience for me as a kid because I was staying up late, you know what I mean? And I felt like, oh, well, I'm seeing something I'm not supposed to see, And that like just triggered like this like interest in comedy that, kind of never went away into adulthood. What it is I'm trying to do for the comedy community is I'm trying to provide a safe space here that's just enough distance from LA where comics can come out and take chances and take risks, and they don't have to worry about what they say and it getting back to LA and affecting their careers. And also I like developing young, new talent and stuff like that and giving them a chance to work on a sold out room with a headliner that they can actually learn something from. Because when you're out there and you're grinding open mics, you're only seeing the people that are on your level that are either as shitty as you or shittier than you. So being able to learn from guys that are like heavyweights in this division of comedy is super valuable, man. I do have mentors in comedy. I have gosh, I feel like so many people are my mentors, but there's 4 that are really coming to mind right now. First is my good friend, like one of my best friends, Dustin Ibarra.
What's up? Yeah, man. Yes, I know. This is what I look like, right? You guys are like, Aquaman got fat. What happened here? Is this homeless Jack Black? What's going on?
In my opinion, like one of the greatest stand-up comedians that are working today. And sooner or later, he's gonna be a household name and everybody's gonna know him. It's just a matter of time.
Let's kick it off, you guys. Well, this guy's crazy. He's been in movies, he's been in TV shows. If you don't recognize him, it's because he's not wearing his glasses. No, that's not the reason why. Check him out, you guys. Mr. Dustin Ibarra.
I gotta grow up, man. It sucks. I'm in this age where all my friends are starting to grow up. They're having babies, man. I got a text message. All it says is 8 pounds, 5 ounces. I'm like, sweet, let's smoke that shit. You know what I'm saying?
I've got a bunch of auditions coming up and writing some TV shows and movies.
it, man.
The future's bright, right?
He really taught me a certain style of joke structure that I've implemented that I've also passed down to Aiden.
Put your hands together for Aiden Block.
And this is Aiden Block, a 17-year-old kid who's taking comedy by storm.
All right, stop it. Fucking stupid. How's everybody doing tonight? Yeah! Yeah. I know what you guys are thinking, but you're wrong. This was not my Make-A-Wish.
We've passed that style of comedy down to him. That's just rapid fire comedy. We call it machine gun comedy.
I met Nick Romero and Dustin Ibarra in sobriety and recovery. So I met them, and they asked me if I wanted to do the show, and I was really excited to do it. And then after I did the show, they just kept having me on and like helping me with stand-up comedy, but in life too.
Yeah, so I'm providing, this Monday show is free. So what I'm providing the community with is, you know, an opportunity to see somebody in their backyard that they would normally have to drive, you know, 45 minutes to an hour into Hollywood in rush hour traffic and pay, you know, $50 to $100 to go watch on any given night, you know, because you got to pay for parking, you got to pay for dinner, you got to pay for tickets. It's not fair. It's just not fair.
This is the end, beautiful friend. This is the end, my own